Hey everyone, I just thought I'd do another quick video on my Fluval Evo 13.5 gallon reef aquarium. I want to talk mainly today about water changes. So if you're watching this, obviously you know the importance of water changes, and you know I do mine regularly now, every week, which is vitally important, especially with a tank of this size. Probably changing about 5 to 10 litres at a time. Probably near 5 litres, I'd say. But I soon sort of realised that this wasn't as straightforward as I perhaps thought, given that you need to get reverse osmosis water, and you need the salt granules, and you need to mix it, and so on and so on, as well as keeping your tank topped up due to evaporation with just RO water, because you don't want to be topping up with salt water, because you want to keep your salinity at the right levels, so you need to just be topping up with pure water effectively in between water changes. So as mentioned before, my last video, I did set up an ATO on here, and I've got a reservoir in this cabinet which is just got pure water in it, which then leaves the predicament that I have around water changes. So what I bought was a pre-mixed, and you can buy this in sort of 10 litre goes. You can buy pre-mixed water with the salt and everything in it from your sort of local fish store, and I'll show you an image of that shortly. It costs about £10 for 10 litres. You can get bigger ones than this that works out slightly cheaper, about £16 or something like that. And that does me for a couple of weeks, to be honest with you. So I do, I think 5 litres each time on the water changes every sort of weekend. So that then really leaves, for the auto top off, the pure water, just the RO water, if you like. And for that I came across a company online called Spotless Water, and I'll leave a link to their website in the description below. Feel free to check them out. It's free to join. If you do join, you get I think it's a £20 credit on your account, so to kick things off. And what you get really is the ability to go to a number of containers dotted all around the UK, and they're opening up new ones all the time. And you just go and dispense the water into a sort of a jerry can or equivalent, and it's absolutely pure water, safe for aquariums. And I use that in my reservoir for my auto top off. So that's how I do water changes, and it works for me. And with a tank of this size, obviously I was not going to go to the expense of filtering my own water and and all of that malarkey. It's just too expensive. Well, then considering buying the salt on top of that as well, and getting the mix right and things like that, I just went with the safe option. And for me, that's kind of cost effective right now. As I say, £10 every couple of weeks on the sort of the salt water, and really the pure water I'm dispensing, I haven't even used up my credit yet. It works out at 3.5p per litre, so it's kind of next to nothing really. And I've been using that for the past few weeks without any issues whatsoever, and that, as I say, is in my reservoir from auto top off, and it's working out well for me. So yeah, give these guys a look. Spotless Water, as I say, I'll leave a link to their website in the description below, and that may well be a good option for you. As I mentioned in my previous video, that I'm a relative beginner in this. This tank's been up and running since November, so 5 months now, and I think I've achieved quite a bit in that time. I think I'm pushing this little tank to its limits right now, and but it does need a lot of maintenance and keeping on top of things. And thankfully I haven't lost anything. My fish and corals seem to be doing okay. Not seeing a tremendous amount of growth, but they all look healthy, and that's the main thing. And I don't suppose I'm going to do everything right, but if you're like me and you're relatively new into this hobby, then feel free to subscribe and click the like button, ask any questions down below. Happy to come back to anyone with sort of my opinions and experiences as to what I've seen. more than happy to help on that front. And as I said yesterday on my other video, if I get a few likes and people are interested in seeing this sort of content, then I'll do regular reviews and on products that I've used and how the tank is progressing, etc. I mean, this is just a stepping stone onto bigger, better things, and much to my wife's disgust, I think. I mean, ultimately, I'd like to fill this whole unit here with a tank, but I thought I'd start off small, and this was the perfect tank for that. Albeit I have modified it significantly since I got it in November. But lovely little tank. Looks great in this room. Centerpiece really, and everyone makes comments on it when they come round. So it's kind of what I wanted. So spotless water was the option that I chose, and having looked on the internet and read the reviews, this was a great alternative for me. As you can see here, it's very similar just to filling up the car with petrol, except these big tanks here dispose pure water. So they're dotted around all around the UK. It's free to join. I believe it's 3.5 per litre is the cost. And I found this as a real benefit. If you look here, some of the benefits to aquarium users, environmentally friendly, perfectly ultra pure water, and I've been using this in my reservoir without any issues whatsoever for the last few weeks. But of course you can also buy salts and add that to this water as well if you wanted to go down that route. But I just use it in my reservoir to keep the tank topped up, keep my salt levels at the level it needs to be, which is 35 ppm, and I've had no issues at all with them. So highly recommend this. You get sent a token out, it's free to join. As I say, you get a token, little fob sent out to you. You go and touch it on the screen and dispense away. It tells you how much you've used. And actually when joining, you get a £20 credit as well on your account. So perfectly straightforward. And as I say, it beats going into your local fish store and paying the prices there. It's very convenient, 24/7. They're always open. And, as I say, it's the route that I've taken, and happily with that at the moment. What I'm going to do now is just leave you with some music and some shots of the current setup and of the corals, and I hope to see you all on the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye now.